Yogah Karmasu Kaushalam.
Very good morning, all. I, Dr. Chintan Vakela, working as an assistant professor at CDOE Department, Gujarat University. Dear students, as we all know that we are discussing your subject DSC English subject code 111 and the title Foundation Studies in English Literature. And we are discussing unit 1. And unit number 1, we are going to discuss the age called 1660 to 1700. The age is known as age of Dryden, and it is also known as the age of Restoration. Before we go ahead, there are certain components that we have to keep in our mind for this age. So let's discuss the components first, and then we will discuss the session. First one is the age of prose and satire. Number 2, French influence on court, society and literature. Third one is comedy of manners. Next element, heroic and blank verse tragedy. Then beginning of neoclassicism. So all these points that we are going to discuss today. Let's start the introduction to the Restoration age 1660 to 1700. See, dear students, that's first of all the time period 1660 to 1700 in English literature is the known as the Restoration age. Now let's see that why Restoration age and what is the Restoration age exactly. So this era that began when King Charles II returned to the throne after the strict rule of the Puritan age. And during the Puritan age, the theatre was closed and creative expression was limited. With the return of monarchy, England experienced a new spirit of freedom, enjoyment, and the cultural growth. People once again began to enjoy music, drama, and social gatherings, and literary discussions as well. Writers now felt encouraged to express their ideas openly. Literature became more polished, more practical, and closely connected with the real life. This age is often called the age of Dryden, as John Dryden was the most influential writer and critic of this period. Next slide is all about the age of prose and satire. During the Restoration age, prose writing developed rapidly and became more refined than before, and logical expression. They wanted their language to be simple, direct, and understandable. These periods has seen the growth of essays, political writings, biographies, and philosophical works. Coffee houses became popular meeting place where people discuss books, politics, and social issues, which encouraged the spread of prose writing. At the same time, satire became one of the most powerful literary forms. And satire is writing that uses humor, irony, and criticism to expose human weakness and social problems. Restoration writers use satire to comment on political corruption, moral weakness, and fashionable society. Instead of emotional writing, they preferred sharp wit and intelligent criticism. Through satire, writers tried to improve society by making people aware of their faults. Next slide is all about the French influence on court, society, and literature. Dear students, in this element, the main thing is all about that Restoration period was strongly influenced by King Charles II had observed the elegant lifestyle of the French court. And after returning to England, he introduced French manners, fashion, and social custom into English society. The English court became more refined, luxurious, and stylish. People began to value fashionable dressing. French instilled ideas of discipline, balance, and order also influenced English literature. Writers tried to follow French models in drama and poetry. They aimed at near structure, proper rules, and artistic control. And as a result, English literature became more formal and polished. Writers avoided wild imagination and emotional excess. Instead, they preferred reason, symmetry, and control expression, which reflected French literary ideas. Next slide is all about the comedy of manners. One of the most important achievements of Restoration drama was the comedy of manners, and this type of comedy focused on life of upper class society. It presented the behavior, habits, relationship, and social rules of fashionable people. These plays usually took place in drawing rooms, parks, and fashionable houses. The characters were often witty gentlemen, clever ladies, jealous husbands, and foolish lovers. Through humorous dialogues and clever situations, the playwrights exposed hypocrisy, pride, greed, and pretense. The language used in these comedies was sharp, intelligent, and full of wit. Instead of moral preaching, writers preferred to entertain the audience while gently criticizing social behavior. And in this way, the comedy of manners became both amusing and social meaningful approach. Next slide is all about that heroic and blank verse tragedy. Restoration tragedy developed mainly in two forms. One is heroic tragedy and blank verse tragedy. Heroic tragedy was written in rhyming couplets and dealt with grand themes such as love, honor, bravery, and sacrifice. The heroes were usually kings, warriors, or noblemen who faced difficult moral choices. Their language was dramatic and emotional. These plays aimed to impress the audience with powerful speeches and noble characters. They also reflected the Restoration taste for grandeur and elegance. Later, writers also began using blank verse in tragedy. Blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter which sounds more natural and realistic. Tragedies written in blank verse focus more on human emotions and psychological depth. This shift made drama more serious and closer to real life. Next slide is all about the beginning of neoclassicism. The Restoration Age marked the beginning of the neoclassicism in English literature. Classicism means neoclassicism, and it refers to the revival of principle of ancient Greek and Roman literature. Writers believed that classical authors represented perfection in art. Therefore, they tried to imitate their clarity, discipline, and balance. They valued reason over imagination, order over chaos, and rules over freedom. Literature was expected to follow fixed standards of form and style. Writers avoided exaggeration and emotional excess. They focused on correctness, harmony, and logical structure. Poetry, drama, and prose were carefully sought according to classical models. And this movement laid the foundation for later literary developments in 18th century. And we are going to conclude this session, that importance of the Restoration Age. And in this slide that we will discuss all these parameters what we have discussed. See, the Restoration Age was turning point in English literary history, and it brought back creativity after a period of restriction and encouraged writers to experiment with new forms and ideas. Prose became clear and powerful. Satire became sharp and effective, and drama became lively and realistic. French influence refined English culture and literature. Comedy of manners reflected social life with humor and intelligence, and tragedy explored heroic values and human emotions. Neoclassicism introduced discipline and artistic balance. Overall, this period helped English literature become more modern, rational, and socially aware. It prepared the way for the great literary achievements of the 18th century. So, dear students, I hope that you understand today's topic. Thanks to all dear students for giving your valuable time. Thank you.